Let me introduce you how this franchise could be as massive as Game of Thrones or even bigger. The game was introduced back in 2024 by none other than Matthew McConaughey.
In this game, time moves differently. Now, personally, I have had some experience with time dilation. And now you can too. So now I am proud to share the first ever look at Exodus.
The game is being developed by BioWare veterans like James Solen, Chad Robertson, and the lead writer of Mass Effect 1 and 2, Drew Karpyshkin, who is also the lead writer for Exodus, which is why the game is already seen by many as the spiritual successor to Mass Effect, because one of the confirmed features will be the massive amount of choices you can make throughout the game and how they actually matter. Because with time dilation, it is implied that your choices might have an impact for decades or centuries. Think about how insane that is. Not even Mass Effect has this depth of choice that radically changed the game. It all starts over 40,000 years ago when humanity depleted all the natural resources of planet Earth and was forced to search for a new home in the distant stars. And it's a setting where over the course of thousands and thousands of years, humanity evolved through genetic engineering, wars, and harsh environments, who created a galaxy where nothing is alien because all organic life comes from Earth, but danger is in every corner. In the end, humanity settled in the Centauri cluster, which is completely controlled by a group of aliens called the Celestials, which are the descendants of the earliest human hardships that arrived in the Centauri cluster. But they're not a single race of aliens, but numerous factions and fallen empires with different cultures and appearance. We got the Crown Celestials, with extremely powerful technology who take human servants, as we see in the episode of Secret Level, the Marayama, who are these grotesque monstrosities that assault unwary travelers across the cluster, and if they catch you, you will be tortured and they will run experiments on you in the worst way imaginable. And many more factions such as the Detonator, the Carax Dominion, and the Imperial Celestials. But among them, the most important ones are the Elohim, which is the most powerful faction that for some unknown reason managed to unite all the other celestial empires into one, and are responsible for the creation of the Gates of Heaven. And what's insane is that they can move entire planets from system to system through the use of Archimedes' engine. Yes, they are that powerful. They mysteriously disappeared and only left their hyper-advanced technology behind. So the Celestials are what humanity became over 40,000 years of evolution, natural and forced. But that's not the only trace of humanity we will encounter in the Centauri cluster, because there are also the Changelings, which are another type of evolved humans with monstrous properties, used as a workforce. Some of the notable ones are the Arcavir, very physically powerful beings with bodies that produce radiation and are extremely dangerous, the Covens, used by the Celestials as a mercenary force to hunt their foes, and the most interesting ones are the Silicates, which seem to be the result of celestial experiments where humans transform and have symbiotic abilities just like Spider-Man or Venom in the movies, that can unite with a human body and merge into a new life form called Demon, which is one of the few things the Celestials fear due to being uncontrollable and are prone to violence with their unknown origins. So as you can see with this contained lore drive, the lore is absolutely insane. It absolutely has the potential to be the richest and most intricate lore universe we have seen since Game of Thrones. Then we got Awakened Animals, which consist of all the animals brought from Earth, genetically modified to be helpers or servants. For instance, the Awakened Bears act as war machines and medics due to their enhanced intelligence, and we see how powerful they are in the trailer, where the protagonist June appears to struggle against one of them. We got also the Awakened Pigs, who are incredibly intelligent and can detect trouble and help in stressful situations. There's also an Awakened Jaguar in the Secret Level episode, but these are just the Awakened animals we know about for now. The studio behind it, Archetype Entertainment, has an entire section dedicated to Exodus on their official website, full of information, Q&A, etc. I highly recommend to check it out. So every indicator is pointing towards a huge Game Awards moment, so for sure I expect a new cinematic and gameplay at the very least. If they were ever going to make the internet explode, it's tomorrow. You can always tell a studio's confidence by what they choose to reveal. Here's what I think we could see realistically. a new, longer cinematic gameplay trailer featuring weapons, skills, and customization, accompanied by some regular action sequences. This is the one people desperately want to see. Not full gameplay, but enough to show how systems connect and how the world feels. A time dilation showcase, which is the mechanic that can define Exodus. Imagine seeing decades pass because of one single choice. This alone could break the internet. And I also expect a release window. Since Western RPGs have been struggling for such a long time, expectations are very high and Exodus needs to deliver. Because Starfield failed expectations, Dragon Age The Veilguard was in development hell for who knows how long, and the results speak for themselves, and the new Mass Effect is nowhere near ready. Because BioWare is not the giant it once was. Exodus is coming at the perfect time, the exact moment when players want something fresh, something imaginative, new, and something with ambition again. So if Exodus manages to pull off a strong trailer full of unique systems and hype, then every major studio will start sweating and it will be a clear sign to step up their game. Tomorrow is going to be insane. If Exodus lands the way I think it will, I will break everything down right here on the channel with another video. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like and share your comments down below. And if you're into Exodus and PoE 2, or just RPGs in general, hit subscribe because I'm going all in covering these games as they blow up. Stay tuned, peace out.